All right. Looks like we are live. Just gotta check my. Just gotta check my rudder pedals here. So welcome aboard, everybody. Time to do some flying. Um, Hello to Mike. Hello to Buckman. UN, how are you? What's happening, fellas? I see Jim Bridgman over here, and we've got a couple people flying along today. New beta is out. Good to test that. Um, yeah, weather's looking a little iffy. The weather's kind of iffy up and down the Caribbean today. St. Martin has been not ideal. I watch that webcam every day, so let's go external power supply on. Then we'll go rotating beacon on, mixtures and props full forward. Turn all this junk off if I can. This is always such a challenge. This is the one thing with Toby that makes it difficult to do is this stuff. Okay, there we go. Got all that. Okay, rotating beacon on, mixtures and props full forward. Master and battery switches on. Fuel pumps on. Fuel valves open. Let's open the starter hood cover. Mags on left. Okay. Bob, how are you, sir? What's going on? Hey, Jim, how are you? Hans, welcome aboard. Awesome. We got everybody here. All right, take a look outside. Make sure there's nobody out there to kill or maim. And we'll go left. Or, yeah, left. We'll go right engine first. Oil pressure is good. We'll go left prop clear. Left engine, good start. Oil pressure is good. Mags to both. We'll close the starter hood cover. Lean the mixtures for taxi. Avionics master coming on. Fuel pumps coming off. Check the fuel pressures. Fuel pressures are okay. And Bob, hey Chris, how are you? Keanu, how are you doing? What's going on? Hey Bob, I wanted to tell you I did find where the failures are actually available on the Islander. I've been flying this thing for 3 years. I didn't even, I mean, it's not like I really looked, but, and I should have them on because, I mean, if you ham fist these engines, you can break them. And, you know, so, so we've got a bit of a strange layout of the flight plan. I was trying to figure out what the easiest way to do it because the airports aren't really in in succession, so to speak. Well, external power supply off. Release the parking brake. So I think the best way to do it is to go over to Desirade, which is so our initial. That's our initial destination here. And once my 530 comes online, which should be about 2025, I'll put that in. That's going to be pretty much straight east. So, but yeah, the weather in the Caribbean is a little iffy today, but that makes it more fun. It's gonna make Dominica pretty interesting. That's for sure. These are some great airports, and they're all challenging because they're not real big. Small runways. Let's go Tango Foxtrot. It's gonna be kind of easy. No, actually, it's Foxtrot, Foxtrot, Alpha. There we go. Enter, enter. Heading of 101. So we'll go over there and then we'll come back and we'll hit. So our first airport is over here. Our second airport is going to be right in here. and then we'll loop down here. No, over here. Then we loop down here, then here, then here, here, and we'll go to south, and then we go south to Dominica. You'll figure it out. No, I was right the first time. All right, before I screw everybody up, we're gonna go to Desirade, then we're gonna go here to Saint Francois, then we're gonna go here to Bailiff, then to what is it? Les Saints, this little island down here. Then we'll come over to Marie Galante, and then we go down from Marie Galante down here to Dominica. It's kind of the best way I figure to do this because the airports aren't really in a straight line. So, Akanji, what's going on? How are you? All right, let's go. Yeah, Akanji, by now the beta is great. As a matter of fact, if you guys notice, no ground tiles messed up. It looks really, really good now. All right, avionic, landing light coming on. Nav and strobe lights coming on. Set the flaps. So we'll see about the weather, I guess, right? Fuel pumps coming on. Runway is clear. Mixtures and props full forward. There's plenty of room. Don't forget to startup carb heat on. I don't want, not for startup. But anyway, let's go center line. All right, heading indicator checks with the runway number. Takeoff power is coming in. Takeoff power is set. Engine instruments are in the green. Airspeed's alive. 70 knots, and let's go flying. All right. So, Akanji, the way you get into the beta is if you're on store mode, if you're on the store version of the sim, you go into look at this. This is awesome. Hey, look at that. SLH Sim Design is with us. Haha, that's his airport. That's so cool. So right there is the designer of about 4 out of the 5 airports we're going to today. Maybe more than that. 5 out of the 6. All right, so where do I have to go here? Where am I going? What's my name? Where am I? Okay, we're gonna go this way. That's awesome. SLH, welcome aboard, sir. Good to see you. So come on left to a heading of A320. That's got to be UN. There's 1,000 feet. Let's drop the nose, bring the flaps up. Fuel pumps coming off. Check the fuel pressures. Fuel pressures are good. So, 1,500 feet will do it. And that's Desirade right there off our nose. And yeah, I mean the I never brought the props back or the power back. There's times when I get flying and I talk too much. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing a little bit. There we go. Let's drop the nose here a little bit. Gonna need a little bit of rudder trim, always do in this airplane. And off we go. I'm sort of thinking about turning up my turbulence, even though I like not having crazy amounts of turbulence. So Saint Francois, I'll come over here and go along the coast. It's more interesting. Saint Francois is the next airport we're going to, and that is basically right over here. It's the one we're going to after this one. And I want to see St. Anne is right over in here. Great little beach town. Great little beach town. Even though they stole my car. It's alright. I forgive. I forgive whoever stole my car in St. Anne. Sorta. Don't really forgive him. So yeah, the big news of the day, obviously, is that the in the Sim Update 15 beta, the latest release is that the ground tile nonsense is gone, which is really, really nice. Really, really nice not to have to deal with that anymore. And where is Saint Anne? There's Saint Anne. Take a look here at the co-pilot view. This is my view when I'm in the Caribbean. When I'm flying around with my buddies, I always sit right seat with them in the Islanders when they're flying around. I was watching some tourist videos today on YouTube from people that take the Win Air flight over to St. Bart's and stuff like that. Like the what do they call them? This place right here is just awesome. Right in there. There's a little restaurant and hotel right here called L'Anil. Wonderful, wonderful place. So nice. What do you call them? The plane spotter dudes. And this one guy did a really cool video of the St. Bart's flight, and it made me decide that I think I want to take the Win Air flight over to St. Bart's when I get to the Caribbean this end of this summer. I want to do the Win Air flight, fly over in the morning, just hang out all day. I wouldn't mind spending a day or two on St. Bart's, but there's not a lot of hotels open that time of year. Turn the engine sounds up a little bit. There's not a lot of hotels open that time of year. Like I'm going to be there August, September, and I don't know. We'll see. The next runway UN is not very long, 2,000 feet. And it looks like we got a bunch of people loading in at Saint Francois, which is pretty cool. This weather's a little questionable looking today, huh? So we'll go right by Saint Francois, the airport. It's right over in here somewhere. And then Desirade is right on the edge of that island. I hope Bernardo is with us. So I posted a bunch of freeware airports for you guys if you wanted to. Hey, D-Dog, what's going on? I posted a bunch of the freeware versions. Excuse me, of these airports. Of course, I bought them all, but I understand not everybody does that. And there's some good freeware versions, but Bernardo is the guy. He lives on Desirade, as a matter of fact, and he's the guy who did the freeware versions that I posted. But all the ones that you're going to see in my stream today, literally all of them, are going to be from SLH Sim Designs. And except for this one right here, Saint Francois is a freeware. Yeah, Mike, that's awesome. There's some great liveries for this airplane. This airplane flies all over the Caribbean, which is not terribly surprising given that it's called the Islander. But, I mean, Guadeloupe is huge. It's kind of hard to really... It's SLH Sim Designs in the PC-12. Gosh, I should have come out this way. The place we stayed on Guadeloupe is all the way over on this other side of that hill over there. I mean, it's really a big island. It's a big island. It's two islands, but it's a big island. It really is. It's a cool place. It is a cool place. I like Guadeloupe a lot. Yeah, but you know it's funny, Bob, when Microsoft Flight Simulator first came out, Anguilla, of course, as you know, is my spiritual home in the sim, and it was so bad in the stock version. There was the tarmacs, like the ramp area, were like completely slanted down, like at like 45 degrees. And the funny thing about Anguilla, the highest point on Anguilla is 138 feet. Like there is no height on Anguilla, so there's really no downslopes on Anguilla. Um, this is runway 09, by the way, guys. And so I tried. All I wanted to do is try and level the terrain off at Anguilla, so there was no slant on the parking ramp, and I couldn't even do that. Um, but of course, SLH Sim Designs came along and did the entire airport. God bless them. And let's get back into flap range here. Chris rocking the black livery for the Islander, looking good, looking good. And yeah, I mean, I guess it's one of those things that, like, if you have that kind of a skill set, it's not that bad. But I'm still amazed at the freeware work that people do. I'm amazed at the work anybody does. Period. And there's my dog barking. Hold on. I need to turn off my mic for a second so I can yell at my dog. Get him back upstairs. Hold on, fellas. Alright, I'm back. Somebody just got to my house and the dog ran down the stairs to go say hello. Alright, we'll go first notch of flaps. Let's go fuel pumps on. And keep an eye out here for the runway. Buckman on his way in the DC-3. Alright, what do we got here? We got fuel pumps on. We've got... Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, we don't want to be descending at 1,000 feet a minute right now. Alright, let's have a... Oh, I see the runway. Oh, okay, now I know where it is. Do-do-do. It's right on that little sliver right over here. So we'll get over here and have a look. That's a good question, actually, Ewan. I don't know. Bernardo, how's it going? So, guys, the freeware developer who lives on Deseret that I was just telling you about is Bernardo, who has just joined the chat. So those of you who are flying the freeware versions of these airports, they're all done by Bernardo. Bernardo, yes, the water masks are looking great. Now what I need to do is hold my nose up here, get into full flap range, and get myself down into the white arc here. So that's great. I'm glad you were able to make it, Bernardo. That's really cool. Is there somebody in a tri-motor? No way. And I can't get into flap range, which is annoying. I'm just going to have to throw them out. Okay. And the one downside to these gamer tags is it does make it a little difficult to see through them. But of course, if I had set up the keybind to turn them on and off, that certainly would have helped, which I didn't do. Alright, now we're slowing down here. Power's coming out. Power's coming out. Ooh, gotta get this one down. That was one of those ones where you don't want to be too cute because you've got to get it on the ground and put on the brakes. Alright, let me get off the runway here. There we go. So apparently the Ford I own the tri-motor. I should have that. I should have that model. Yeah, you know, I've got Jim. I've got or Bob. I've got all of those used for something else, but I can use a key. I just didn't quite do it yet. Bernardo, are you actually in Deseret right now? Because if you were, that would be really cool. It's cool anyway, but it would be extra cool if you were actually here. And there is the Ford Tri-Motor. Look at that. How cool. How cool is that? I'm gonna go. So this is the Payware version, the one that I have right now. The SLH Sim Designs Payware version. That is such a cool looking airplane. It really is. So I'm just gonna come over here real quick in case we've still got anybody coming in. I'll take a quick look and check the check Galante here real quick. I'm gonna lean the mixtures. If I actually turned the damage, like the failures on, I probably might get some because I'm running these engines pretty hot, and it doesn't look like we are waiting on anybody. There's an A330 coming in, which is interesting. So let's go then. Let's go one notch of flaps. Let me get my trim set. Trim is okay. All right. Somebody's going backwards. Alright, I'll go mixtures full forward. And final approach course looking clear. So we're heading right over to St. Francois, that airport that we just went over. Alright. Mixtures and props full forward. Takeoff power is set. Engine instruments are in the green. Airspeed is alive. I'm going all over the place. And off we go. Looking beautiful. Yeah, Bernardo, you can see the water masks right here. They look great. Drop the nose a little bit, bring the flaps up. And oh, no way, Bernardo. I need to do that. I need to do that. It's such a cool. I want to go back to Guadeloupe bad. Such a cool place. Hey, D-Dog, gladly. Add-on linker is the bomb. Add-on linker is awesome. Add-on linker is one of those things where I don't even know how I used it or how I flew without it, to be honest with you. Alright, so next airport is, well, we're going to Marie Galante, so we'll see how that looks. Next is TFFC. So we'll go direct. I know this isn't really necessary, but it's easy, so I will set that. Heading 277. Almost looks like SLH Sim Designs is over in Montserrat, maybe. This is fine for this. If you watch the French commercial, we'll go fuel pumps off, and headings 277. And there's Marie Galante. We'll be going over there later. Two, 7, give or take right there. Alright. 1,000 feet is good for this flight. So that's Marie Galante right there. That little island, and then way down there, that's or no, that's not Marie Galante. What am I talking about? That right there is a nature reserve. Right there is a nature reserve. And there's Marie Galante, and then past Marie Galante is Dominica, which is good stuff. Yeah. So it looks like it's clearing out a little bit, but we'll get probably some rain here and there. But it shouldn't be too bad. It's very typical of flying around down here. So this is runway 11. This one is also 2,000 feet long. There's a whole bunch of planes on the ground there. I don't know quite why, or what they're doing. I'm gonna make a left downwind here. Gosh, this is beautiful. Chris flew through some flamingos. Desk CMS, this is Guadeloupe. The beautiful French island of Guadeloupe. And it's basically halfway down the Caribbean island chain. I don't think I'll be able to zoom this out far enough to show you. So St. Martin is like right up here, a little bit further up this way. Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic would be like kind of over here, and then we're down here in the beautiful island of Guadeloupe. Beautiful islands. So this is runway 1128 here. And let me see here. Let's see, where is our beautiful little airport here? Oh, it's right there. If it was a snake, it would have bitten me. 1,000 feet AGL, that's pretty good. Let's go fuel pumps on. Bring the props back here a little bit. Tribal about it being. We are back in flap range. Oh, no way, Red Fisher. I'm going in the end of August. I've never been in July. July is one of the months that I haven't been there. But summer in Anguilla is supposed to be awesome. Like really, really beautiful. Alright, white arc right there. Red Fisher, have you ever been there before, or is this going to be your first time? Because it is the most amazing place in the world. You're gonna absolutely love it. Alright, this time I'm gonna try to actually land like somewhat correctly. I always try to land somewhat correctly. Never too correctly. Alright, let's go. Airspeed is good. I'm gonna wait on the props a little bit so I don't annoy all these people that live here. I wish I had come out here when we were in Guadeloupe now because it's beautiful. You went last year, okay. It's, oh gosh, well, so you know. It is just amazing. Alright, we'll go mixtures and props full forward. Fuel pumps are on, flaps are set. Seatbelts are secure. And this is one of Bernardo's airports. A little bit of a right to left crosswind. Airspeed is good. We're coming down pretty fast, which means we've got a lot of energy, which is good. I like energy. Alright. We're coming out. Trees getting trimmed. And leveling off, leveling off. A little bit of left rudder, a little bit of right aileron. That's not too bad right there. That was not too bad at all. Fuckman coming in. Let me hightail it off the runway here. I don't know if I can get out of everybody's way quick enough. That was a pretty good landing. I was pretty happy with that one. Lean the mixtures. Let's get off here. So I think... No, we're not doing desk CMS. We're not doing VATSIM when we do these group flights, only because it gets... Not everybody wants to do VATSIM, and so we kind of... We just do the group thing. I miss VATSIM, honestly. I miss flying for that matter. I spend so much time now, so much of my sim time, just doing videos, like as I clip wings off here. That I don't really fly that much anymore. The only time I really fly nowadays is when we're streaming, and which is all well and good. I mean, it is what it is, right? But I mean, I used to leave out of Miami at 9 o'clock pretty much every morning and fly a round trip to some island in the Caribbean in the 737 pretty much every day. And Redfisher, where are you staying in Anguilla? So we stay at Caramar on Meats Bay. My favorite place in the world. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. We've got the tri-motor. We've got Chris coming in. Let's see here. Mixtures and props full forward. Fuel pumps coming on. Flaps are set. I'm gonna take off right through this airplane here. that's UN in his A320. Alright, airspeed is alive. Engine instruments in the green. 70 knots. Off we go. Such a cool airport. That's a really great little airport. Really great little airport. Alright. And water masking looks awesome. Power coming back. Bring the props back. Drop the nose, bring the flaps up. And off we go. We're heading for the southern tip of that island right ahead of us here, which is the second island of Guadeloupe. Alright, let me just trim myself out here. Bombasso! What's going on? Zemi Beach House. Okay, Zemi, you got more money than I do, that means. Zemi Beach House is nice. Zemi Beach House is nice. And you probably get good deals in the summer. Like, we like doing off off-season vacations because just get a lot better deals, you know. So we go to the Caribbean. I mean, I've gone in October, I've gone in December, but we always go end of August through September. It's a good time to go to the Caribbean. Zemi Beach House is cool though. I'm sure that's probably where you stayed last year. So enjoy that. Mombasa, what's going on, buddy? What is the good word, my friend? Let's see here. We are off now to Bailiff. This is TFFB. Got it. Yeah, points are the way to go. I haven't. I was telling a friend of mine the other day that I haven't paid for a plane ticket in, oh, it's been a long time. I haven't paid for a plane ticket since at least 2017 probably, and that includes a trip to Europe, trip to Italy. Oh well, Italy and Germany, as a matter of fact. Finishing up the day, waiting for the good to come in on Tuesday. Awesome, awesome. Um, so yeah, so we've done a trip to Italy and Germany. I've done at least, I don't know, 5 or 6 trips to the Caribbean. Half of those were first class, and I haven't paid for a plane ticket in 6 years, 8 years, 7 years. It's been a while. Miles are good. Alright, 3,000 feet is going to do the trick. 3,000 feet is going to do the trick. Let's trim this out here. Let me look and make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, some of the places on Anguilla are crazy. The first time I went to Anguilla was 2013, and how long do you estimate for full stop? In terms of what our next arrival is going to be. Yeah, Mike, 80 knots is perfect for final in this airplane. The book tells you to do it a lot slower, and they're not wrong. Enzer Gums, speaking of Anguilla. What's going on? Bombasso. Mike Coffee. And that is a deserving winner. First of all, Bombasso, that was awesome of you. Thanks, man. Really appreciate that one. And Mike Coffee is a deserving winner of that kind gesture of yours. Now if I could only figure out where we're going. That's awesome, Bombasso. Appreciate that. Welcome aboard, Mike. And yeah, so Enzo, you probably know where we're going, but we're going right now from, let me see, let me type it in. Let me figure it out first before I type it in. TFFC. Yeah, Bombasso, that was really cool of you, man. Thank you. TFFC to TFFB. Enzo, we were just talking about your homeland, my friend. We were just talking about Anguilla. And my computer fan is starting to sound like an airplane engine because it's pretty warm, and I don't have my air conditioners out yet. And it's kind of warm in the room. But hopefully it's going to live. Yeah, I mean, the Caribbean is That's great, Mamaso. Yeah, the Caribbean. I said this the last time we flew. Like, I just never get tired of flying around here. Never. And gosh, clouds are beautiful tonight. Exactly, UN. So the trick is we got to go around the south side of the island here. Oopsie. Got to go around the side because this is pretty steep terrain right here. Go around the side and then come in. You see what the... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot it's runway 14. It's 2,000 feet. I forgot to update my DLSS file because I guarantee you they messed it up. I guarantee you they changed because we just got this new beta, and I guarantee you that they changed my my DLSS file back. And Mike, when all else fails, read the instructions. Yeah, Captchaluca I like Captchaluca quite a bit actually. The one thing about Four Seasons, like, I mean, Four Seasons is cool because it's got like stuff going on right there. You can stay there. You don't have to go anywhere. But that end of the beach to me is not as nice as the Caramar end of the beach. I like Maluihana. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. But that's cool stuff. Yeah, UN. I forget that almost every time. I don't know how I managed to forget it, but I do. So is the Duke out or no, or that's just pre 3.7 still? You know what? It might be. Probably could check it right now. Let me check it right now. I obviously can't change it right now. Yeah, minus 2.4. Enzo, you saw sharks swimming. Whoa! Down at the Four Seasons end. Because I know every once in a while they haul a shark out of the water in Anguilla. I've seen pictures. Of course, I didn't lean my engines either. Duke delayed due to some up. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think the 777 is getting the same. Maybe the 777 is. Uh-oh, Mike's getting the spinny circle. Let me just bring the mixtures in here a little bit. Bachman, that's interesting. Do you use what is it? NVIDIA Profile Inspector? Oh. Yeah, Mike, I was just saying, yeah, that the probably the 777 is delayed due to Sim Update 15 as well. Dang, Enzer. The closest, like, kind of crazy thing I saw at Meads Bay one time was a huge, and I mean huge, manta ray, leap out of the ground, or leap out of the water. And I mean, the thing was the size of a dinner table. It was huge. It was unbelievable. Yeah, Jim, sharks are cool on TV. I don't want to see one. Ay, ay, ay. No, I'd have a heart attack if I saw a shark. I would literally have a heart attack. I forget who the comedian was, but I was watching a comedian one time, And he was talking about how people always say, yeah, the sharks are more scared of us than we are of them. And he's like, did anybody ask the shark? Because she's probably not scared of us. That's my take on it. My take on it is the shark is not scared of us. Sharks. And you see these people like in the Bahamas down there like petting them and stuff. I mean, it's all good except Buckman for because I think there's a way to I think there's a way at least to set your DLSS up with use DLSS swapper. I wonder why you didn't get. I wonder why yours didn't get downgraded. That's interesting. Um, yeah, that's you can fly. I noticed Jim was flying over the mountain. um, but yeah, you see these people like petting shark. You know, like I guess what are they called? Nurse sharks. They're supposedly tame. Like yeah, they're tame until they decide to bite you. And like even nurse sharks, like their teeth go in. So like if they do bite you, like you're not getting your hand out of there. So that's where our next airport is going to be, is over in. I can never get myself oriented to where the airport is in this island. I think it's right in here. It's right in that way. But that's, let's see. Yeah, I think it's right in there. But we got one more to go to before that. And you know what? I realized. Have we seen? Did we look at the World Update 16 points of interest here? I don't remember if we did or not. Hey Shane, what's going on? Welcome, sir. We are slowly making our way down to Dominica, one of my absolute favorite places to land in the sim. And we've got another long-time channel viewer from Dominica as well. I haven't seen in the chat yet today, but another place that I would love to see in real life. So welcome aboard, Shane. Appreciate you joining. So we've got the Beaufort Lighthouse coming up here, right on the edge. Not doing a very good job of getting lower to see it. So we're going to be coming into actually Dominica has two great airports. I love Melville Hall, but I also like Canefield on the other side. It's another great little airport. Fun approach to fly. The visual approach in there is cool. Yeah, see all this, how the water and the sun and everything looks like garbage. That's because of the DLSS file that I forgot to update. Yeah, and I think I'm right. I think SLH Sim Design is over in Montserrat. And I think I know why he's over in Montserrat, but I'm going to keep that a secret. That just occurred to me. So, are we coming down at all? Not really. Let's see here. Yeah, there's rocks in those clouds sometimes, Mike. Yeah, Enzo, I've heard the same thing. I've heard the same. I've heard beautiful things about Dominica. Yeah, so the lighthouse is probably right there, and I'm 2,000 feet too high to give us a good view of it. Sorry. Actually, you know what? When we come out of this airport, I'll make a low pass so we can see it a little bit better. Guessing that's it right there. So, You guys got in there early because you took a shortcut. Alright, let's see here. What did I say? Runway 14. So not too bad. So we'll just come in here along the coast, make a right base. I'm sure it's got a right-hand traffic pattern. I should start trying to fly from the right-hand seat. That'd be weird. So Shane, where are they moving the? Are they moving it, or are they just redoing Melville Hall? Because I, I I don't remember seeing that it was being redone. There we go. There's runway 14. This is another cool little airport. This one was done by our friend Bernardo. Alright, we'll bring the props back a little bit. Runway 14 is looking good. Come out here, make a good downwind. Alright, there's 115. First notch flaps, we'll go a few pumps on. Nice. Where I stayed was just up over here, up that way. I mean, to drive from this end of from the the north end here down along the coast down to here would easily take an hour. It's a big island. Alright, mixtures full forward. Alright, I don't know why I always insist on flying this thing like it's a 747. I always fly these big patterns in this airplane. Doing a whole new one, so it's not at the same location then, Shane. Yeah, Desk CMS, join us anytime you want. Anybody's welcome. We we fly Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays about the same time, about 4 o'clock usually. Fridays and Sundays we'll go a little earlier, maybe 3:30. But if you want to join the Discord, and we always do the scheduling and stuff in there, you're more than welcome. It's a good group of people. We always have a good time. Let's go props full forward. 70 knots is that's a little bit slow. They extended Douglas Charles. Okay. I guess I wonder kind of maybe they extended that for the departures, for the jet departures, because I don't think landing, was it runway 6? I don't think landing runway 6 you're going to use that part of the whoopsie. You're going to use that part of the runway because alright, power out. Whoopsie. That landing was better than it deserved. That really wasn't that good of a landing. Let's see here. This is Bernardo's. What we got? We got airports in the grass, our planes in the grass. So we'll just turn ourselves around here. Planes in the grass. Man, we got Buckman coming in. We got Enzer coming in. Need my mixtures, put my flaps up. Let's see, Enzer is down. It's another, I mean, this is amazing. I wonder if all of this stuff here, that's gotta be from the scenery. It's gotta be from Bernardo's scenery. There's no way that's in the stock airport. There's no way. Bombasso leaving work. Good. Hey, UN, thanks for joining us. Good to see you, man. have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you next time we fly. Oh, we'll see you in the Discord. Because soon you're gonna have 3 airports in Dominica. I tell you what, Shane, I'm still somewhat surprised that that American is flying the E-jets in there. I mean, if you see so I flew one of the E195. We flew in one of those down to Guadeloupe. We always fly with American. We flew one down to Guadeloupe and we flew one to Anguilla. And like I totally understand that these guys are, um, you know, they're no joke. They're professional pilots, clearly. Um, but the guys who fly those down to the islands are relatively junior pilots on the grand scheme of things. And some of those dudes don't even look like they shave yet. And that's challenging flying a jet in there. You know, um, but clearly they know they can do it. All right, 149 is our heading. Mixtures and props will forward flaps are set. Fuel pumps are on. Let's check our trim. Trim is looking good. Toes on the brakes. Takeoff power coming in. Takeoff power is set. Engine instruments in the green. Toes off the brakes. Gonna be a right turnout here on departure, lest we find a hill. There's 60 knots. There's 70 knots. Let's go flying. Ooh, that light post is gonna be an adventure. There we go. This is a cool airport. I mean, that's just it's the thing I love about the Caribbean. It's the thing I love about the Caribbean, and part of like exactly like we're talking about with Dominica is like they put the airports where they can. You know, there's not always a convenient place to put one. And just some cool airports in the Caribbean. There really are. Alright, flaps are up. Let's bring the trim in here a little bit. So much more than Jamaica. Cool. Yeah, and there are lots of hills. I think 1,000 feet is going to be good for this leg. This is a short leg. And this is going to be a challenging little airport for sure. But for those of you who haven't landed in Dominica yet, get ready. Get ready. Alright, let's see here. What do we got? We've got runway 09er, 1,900 feet. And what it is, oh yeah, I said I was going to look at the lighthouse here. Let's get a look at the lighthouse. And desk CMS, by the way, yes, flying in formation around the islands is awesome. It's so much fun. It is a lot of fun, that's for sure. Let's see here. I'm going to stick my head right out the window. Where is our lighthouse? Should be right there. That must be it right there. You'd have to buzz it. You have to buzz it to see it. So, coming just to the right side of this island, I think basically aiming for right here is going to be the way to go. Oh, Mike, see that's the thing, Mike, is that different airports in the Caribbean are challenging in different ways. And this one is a tricky one. Holy cow, an MD-80. I think, I don't know if I would have wanted to be on that flight. How long is that runway? That runway is Melville Hall, 5,700 feet. I wonder if that includes the displaced threshold or not. But that is, man, that is tricky. Runway 6. No, runway 9. I couldn't remember if it was 6 or 9. It's 6. Or it's 9, rather. Alright. This one is tricky right here. This one is tricky right here. Yeah, the Caribbean Sea is good stuff. Caribbean Sea is good stuff. This is another place I wanted to go when we were in Guadeloupe, and I didn't get a chance to. This is the airport that I was at when I did the Holy Grail video. As a matter of fact. I wonder how big is Marie Galante's a little longer, 3,700 feet. What? I've got another airport listed on Little Nav Map that I didn't know was there. It's on the south end of this island here. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Alright, we'll go fuel pumps on. Bring us in some flaps here. Get us into 115. Alright. That's crazy. I didn't know there was another airport here. It can't be. Alright, runway 9er. Now, for those of you who haven't done this one, it's right in this little nook right here. Gotta pull the nose up here a little bit so I can get some flaps in. Alright, there's full flaps. I think I am probably high. Alright. Airspeed, we want 80 knots. This is a tricky one to even find. I go props full forward. So fuel pumps are on, flaps are set. Make sure some props full forward. And we'll keep an eye out. You go right over the top of that antenna right there. Now you can see the runway. Power coming back. Power coming back. I don't think I've ever flown the Islander in here. Airspeed is okay. Power's out. That was a little iffy. Not too bad. Not too bad. And this is one of the Asobo freeware airports for the World Update 16. And I'm so glad they did this because so many of these If it weren't for SLH Sim Designs, none of these little airports would get done. And he's done some really, really cool ones. Let's lean the mixtures. I'm going to come around here. Let's watch some landings here. Fuel pumps off. Laps coming up here. Let's see if we can see some landings here. Alright. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit on the airplane side so I can give you guys the outside view. D-Dog! Always a pleasure having you with us, man. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it. Good to see you. And Enzer might have to restart. It's weird. Most people had really good performance, but I guess it's always the same, right? Some people have issues. I'm not saying you have issues, you know what I mean. Let me put on the parking brake here. D-Dog, thanks again, man. It's good to see you. Alright, so Chris Loach coming in. And we got Jim Bridgman coming in the 182 RG. That's gonna be a good little test right there. And Bob, if I had the failures on right now, I'm roasting these engines. I'm roasting these engines. All right, let's see what we got here, fellas. This is such a fun approach. So, Enzer, did you get the latest version or no? Because you should have gotten an update yesterday. Nicely done, fellas. Nicely done. Very, very nice. Brakes. Brakes. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let me look here on Valanta and see where everybody is. We've got, so I'm curious now. So Little Nav Map says, yeah, you can see it right there, TFTE. What the heck is that? I didn't know there's another airport. I'm going to find that. Let's go check that out. That's weird, Enzer. So, because you should be on 137.17 now. That's weird. So now we're gonna go check out an unlisted airport. Let me find out what there is to know about this unlisted airport. Runway 927. I wonder what the story is. Oh, it's a grass field. Okay, well, hey. It says left-hand pattern. I somewhat don't believe that for runway 9. Hey, hot and fast is better than slow and low, you know what I mean? Hot and fast, at least you can go around your hot and fast. Yeah, see that weird fence thing it just did with the that's from the DLSS file. I just stopped. All right. Yeah, it is. Such a cool little airport, Shane. It really is. So I am gonna go check out. Let's go fuel pumps on. Alright, mixtures and props full forward. Toes on the brakes. Power coming in. Takeoff power is set. Engine instruments in the green. Airspeed is alive. Yeah, beer's good for you. I don't think vodka martinis are good for you. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna go right hand turn here. Such a cool, look at this. I mean, where else in the world do you see this? Come on. You tell me this isn't the most beautiful place in the world? Seriously. Alright, let's drop. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave the flaps right in. We're not going very far. I don't think, anyway. Nope, we're not going very far. And I think that's the runway right there. Alright, power coming back to. I want to bring the power back to 1900. Bring the flaps back. Flaps back. Bring the props back to 2100. Alright, flaps I'm going to leave right where they are. A few pumps I'm going to leave on. Because. So this is a grass runway. And I think that's it right there. Mike, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's pretty darn close. I would say the real one is the only thing I would say is the real one's a little bit more stable. But you can say that for pretty much all the planes, really. I mean, the trimming is a pain. It just is. The real airplane, it just it trims so easily and so quickly. But overall, I think it's very good. Speeds are correct. The handling is correct. Yeah, look at this. We found a new airport in the Caribbean today. I am blown away. I am absolutely blown away. It's pretty rare that I find something that I didn't know was there. We power back here. And it's not a left-hand pattern, by the way, for this runway, even though little nav map says it is. Left-hand pattern for runway 9 right here would be tricky. Alright, we are in the white arc. This is so cool. Nobody out here doing noise. I want to bring the props forward. $80 knots. Can't see all that well, but that's okay. It's the one thing about right-hand patterns in a high wing. Whoopsie. We're above blue line. It's good. I can't believe it. A Caribbean airport that I didn't even know existed. I never even thought to look on flightsim.to to see if anybody ever did this one. I wonder if somebody did. Wouldn't surprise me. Alright. Little bit of a right to left wind here. Might want to land here sometime soon. Alright. Huh. Alright, that was amazing. We found a new Caribbean runway. New Caribbean airport. I am just amazed at this. Let's spin ourselves around. We'll get a view here of the landings. Buckman in the DC-3. This is actually a pretty good place for an airport, really. It really actually is a pretty good place for an airport. Oop. Going around. Going around is never a bad choice, Chris. Never a bad choice. Here comes Buckman. Here comes Enzer. Buckman's giving it a low flyby. I can't believe we found a new airport. Good looking, good looking, good. Nice. Enzer, that was a greaser. That was beautiful. That was really nice. Alright, now I need to go put, let's go TFFM, I do believe it is, and I'm also about to go into the ocean here. Oopsie. TFFM. And I think TFFM is going to be our last for the day because I do have to wrap it up. Dude, Enzo, that was like beautiful. That was probably, I think that was the best landing I've seen you make. It was really nice. And I'm going to bring it around. Let's trim this baby out here. All right, power coming in. Make sure some props full forward. Hopefully I don't screw up Chris's landing. All right. This is like the perfect place for an airport. This might be like the best airport location I've seen in the Caribbean, honestly. Like some of the places they put these airports are pretty. So cool. He says flying into a mountain. Heading a 100. My trim has got to be completely wrong. Power back, props back, nose down. Bring the flaps up here. Hey, I tell you what, Enzer. You know, that's actually one thing I haven't done. I haven't actually landed a real airplane on a dirt strip yet. So I think due to time constraints, we're going to have to do Marie Galante, and then that's going to be the last one for me for today. .12 minutes. Because I have to go pick up Mrs. Islandson pilot. And Honey, I Was Flying is not the greatest excuse in the world. Although she does understand. Alright, I turned my landing light off. So there's the airport we just came out of. That's such a cool view. Such a cool view. Alright, and I'm going straight up. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, Chris, I think that was like an old, it's probably an old runway, probably an old disused, as they say, is my guess. And But I tell you what, it's just so cool. Just so cool. All right. And let's try and keep this nose down here a little bit. Now I'm really curious about that. What is that? TFFE? Because I did before anybody watched my channel. Back in the day, before anybody watched my channel, I did a series of videos on old airports, like airports that weren't used anymore. And I'm going to the wrong place. No, I'm going to the right place. And it was really cool. There's on Montserrat. There's one that was taken out by a volcano in like 1997, I think. Anguilla, there's one on. It's not Dog Island. It is the island north of Anguilla. I forget what it's called. Um, but there's one on. There's one on Saint Vincent, maybe. Scrub Island. Yeah, thank you, Enzo. I knew you'd know it. There's one out there. I'm pretty sure it was just a dirt runway, but there is one there. And Marie Galante is runway 927. Um, there's another one. There's another one. Where's the other one I'm thinking about? It's not Grenada. It's not St. Lucia. It's not Martinique. Where is it? There's another airport. Maybe it is in. Yes, it is St. Lucia. It used to be E.T. Joshua Airport in St. Lucia. No, St. Vincent. St. Vincent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, I did a whole bunch of videos on all these like disused or former airports. Saw a plane that crashed. Yeah, that I think that plane is still there, Enzer. I'm not sure, but I think it is. Um, There's Jim Head. The Grenada I had was a TV. So let's see. Where's our crew? Where's our crew? We got Chris. We got Enzer. We got Buckman. So there's a reason why SLH Sim Designs is over on Montserrat. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess what it is? Alright, how far are we? You know, I never knew these little things down here were pages. It'd be good if I had any idea what I was doing with the GNS 530. The 530 has reached its end of service life. Garmin has already warned people who have the 530 that they're not going to be able to get parts for it anymore. Oh, it's such a beautiful sight. Alright, let's bring the power back here. Runway Niner. Bring the power back. Level off. Hold the nose up. Under 115. We'll put the flaps out. Been so long since I'll have to practice for a few days. I want to fly the goose. Which is the goose, Mike? I'm trying to remember. That's not the wooden one, is it? I'm guessing it's probably a Canadian airplane, if I had to guess. Alright. There, I can see the runway a little bit. I need to angle myself out here a little bit better. Big radials. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. So the runway is right there. This is another SLH Sim Designs. Okay. So I'm high. I'm not high. You know what I'm saying? All right. The beautiful island. They say Marie Galante is like the Caribbean used to be like 50 years ago, which is exactly the kind of thing that I'm interested in. So I gotta get back in the. Speaking of radials, I gotta get back in the D8, the Beach D18. What an awesome airplane! There's nobody out here to annoy, so I'll go props full forward. Bring the fuel pumps on. I think probably about 90 knots would be good. Little bit of right to left wind, you can see. I'm just gonna go one notch of flaps. Till we get close in. Bring in the second notch. 4 weight. You're alright. Not going down 1,000 feet a minute, you're not. Alright, mixes props full forward. Fuel pumps are on. Bring in that last notch of flaps right now. Bring in some power. Alright, those trees were a little bit deceiving. They looked like they were tall, but they're not. Alright. Power coming out. Power is out. Level off. Level off. A little bit of left rudder. A little bit of right aileron. It was alright. Nothing special. Not too bad, though. Not every landing has to be perfect, which is good because none of my landings are perfect. Let's spin this bad boy around. Chris Loach coming in nice. Nice, nice, nice. And we got Buckman. And we got Enzer. Such another great little airport. And we got a simultaneous touchdown. Looking good, fellas. Looking good. Enzer, you greased that one too. You almost made the first taxiway. That's amazing. This is another fun little airport. I just love small airports. I love them. And I'm so glad we're doing this because I was in such a big plane habit for a while there, which is fine, but this is so much fun. Here we go. I'm gonna pull the props here. I think Jim's in Dominica. We got I did it again. Go lights off. Avionics master off. Masters, mags off. Master and battery switches off. Let me come in here real quick and put on my parking brake. All right, now let's get one more landing in. Boy, that is a sharp looking airplane, Enzo. I like that airplane. That livery. Yeah, I know flaps, right, Bob? Every time. Oh my gosh. Here it comes. This is looking good too. That one was beautiful. Look at that. Very nicely done. Let me see here. Here we go. Group photo. Group photo. Let me see here. Let me zoom in. Looking good. That was a good flight. So next time what we'll do is we'll start off here and we'll head for Dominica. That'll be our first stop next time out. All right, gentlemen, I have to call it an evening. Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? I couldn't believe it when they used that plane in the Bond movie. Um, let's get us a group photo here. Beautiful. Hans, thank you for the flight. Thanks for joining. Gentlemen, I need to call it an evening. I have to go pick up Mrs. Island Sim Pilot. Mike, appreciate it. Hey, Mike, congratulations. Bombasso, I don't know if he's back yet. He was on his way. Yeah, Genza, I could tell that you had the airport because you were on the same level, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it's tremendous. It's great. Love this little airport. Um, but I'll post some pics in the Discord, but I gotta run, fellas. I gotta go pick up Mrs. Island Sim Pilot. Um, Big thanks to Bombasso. Congratulations to Mike for the membership. Jim is. I'm fairly certain that Jim is in Dominica already. I think Jim left us behind. But Bob, Chris, Enzer, Mike, Hans, um, Chris is here as well. Shane, thanks for joining. If you want to join the Discord, we'd love to have you. But thanks for stopping in and saying hello. D Dog, I know, is off. He took off a little while ago, but thank you to D Dog as well. UN was with us earlier. Bombasso, again, thank you so much. Desk CMS, good to see you as well. Please join us if you'd like. Be happy to have you. Jim, thank you for coming. I think Jim's a step ahead of the rest of us. And yeah, guys, it was another awesome flight. Really good time. Good to see everybody. Bob, you have a good evening as well. And gentlemen, we will see everyone in the Discord, and we'll see you flying again on Friday. He might be in the bushes. Yeah, no, I think I'm pretty sure he's in Dominica, which is a cool place to be. All right, gents, everybody take care. Have a great night. Sorry for running quick, but I gotta go. Everybody be well.